will head to Sri Lanka for the next leg of his diplomatic visit. My colleague Vishal Vivek spoke to the Indian diaspora. Listen in.
Prime Minister Modi is about to arrive. It's just about few minutes from now. We have with us here members of the Indian diaspora in Thailand. Let's go and speak with them and get to know how excited they are. Sir, can you tell your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Somen Bose and I represent Bharati, the Bengali Association of Thailand. We are absolutely over the moon with our Honorable Prime Minister and Vishwaguru, Mr. Narendra Damodas Modi's arrival. We are really happy.
How long have these preparations going on, sir?
Oh, this has been going on since last 15 days. Each and every association was meticulously informed and told to nominate their best candidates. And then it was divided into airport, the lobby and the ballroom.
They have selected few people from their diaspora and they have nominated for airport separately and for the lobby. And the heads of these associations are invited into the ballroom as a special guest.
And will you have some face-to-face conversations with the PM as well, or that's not?
In the lobby, I don't think it is possible because Prime Minister Ji will be walking across.
Are there any cultural events planned? I heard there was some Bhangra event planned or something like that.
No, in the ballroom, I heard that there's going to be some Ramakhiyan, which is a Thai version of Ramayana, is going to be performed. And then probably Prime Minister will give a speech.
The death toll in Gaza has surpassed 50,000 with over 114,000 injured, according to local health authorities. Now, since March 18th, Israeli military operations have reportedly killed 1,066 people and injured 2,597. The Israeli military says it has targeted Hamas sites ahead of a offensive in southern Gaza. Meanwhile, Hamas claims Israel has rejected a ceasefire proposal. The humanitarian situation continues to worsen, with aid efforts struggling to reach those trapped under rubble. Russia and Ukraine have accused each other of attacking energy facilities despite a recent agreement to avoid such strikes. Moscow claims Ukraine targeted power infrastructure in the Kursk region, affecting 1,500 households. Kyiv, in return, reports that Russian drone and artillery attacks on power stations in Sumy and Dnipropetrovsk, leaving 4,000 without electricity. The Kremlin has said that President Putin is open to peace talks, but Ukraine shows no willingness to negotiate. South Korea is on high alert as Constitutional Court prepares to rule on President Yoon Suk Yeol's impeachment. More than 14,000 police officers have been deployed in Seoul with heavy security measures in place to prevent protests. If Yoon is reinstated, it will mark a dramatic political comeback. If removed, he will join a list of South Korean leaders ousted from power. The decision follows months of political turmoil after Yoon imposed martial law, triggering the country's worst crisis in decades. The Philippines has assured China that its potential purchase of 20 F-16 fighter jets from the United States is not intended as a threat to any nation. National Security Council spokesperson Jonathan Malaya has emphasized that the $5.58 billion deal is solely for military modernization. The announcement follows U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's visit to Manila, where he reaffirmed Washington's commitment to its defense treaty with the Philippines amid growing tensions with China. The Pentagon has said that the aircraft would enhance the Philippines' territorial patrol capabilities and interoperability with U.S. forces. Journalists in Haiti are risking their lives to report on the country's worsening gang violence. With gangs controlling 85% of Port-au-Prince, reporters are dodging bullets and threats, even as media outlets are attacked and forced to shut down. Some journalists have fled, while others, like radio reporter Jean-Jacques Asperges, continue working despite losing everything, including his equipment and home. The situation has made Haiti the world's worst country for unsolved journalist killings, with 7 murders still unpunished since 2019.
De sorti une note pour nous dire aucun journaliste n'a le droit pour couvrir activité et qu'a fait par les grandes armées qui terrorisent la population.
Plus grosse difficulté c'est qu'à circuler dans la capitale là, à faire reportage de des quartiers qui extrêmement compliqué pour nous aller là-dedans au moment. Donc ça vient faire que nous avons accès à l'information, avons accès avec les premières données, les premières informations, avons accès avec des contenus que nous presque pas gagné parce que nous pas aller dans pile quartier dans la capitale là, dans un moment là qui est vraiment contrôlé par les criminels.
It's time for us to take a short commercial break. Lots more news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.
Right now, terrible things are happening to donkeys. They work all day in the blistering sun without food or water. They're suffering silently while their backs are breaking. Some are being abandoned and will be left to die alone. But the worst thing you can do to a donkey isn't to break its body. It's to break its heart. Because donkeys are loyal, loving creatures. They trust us to care for them. And when they're hurt and abused, they feel it inside too. But right now, you can do something incredible for donkeys. You can support the Donkey Sanctuary. Just call 0800 035 9318 and give £2 a month. Because your support can help protect donkeys. You can help us to treat the sick and the injured. You'll help to mend broken hearts so that they can learn to love and trust again. Right now, so many working donkeys around the world are suffering. But we can only be there for them with your help. So please, call 0800 035 9318 or text HEART7 to 78866 and give £2 a month to the Donkey Sanctuary because terrible things are happening to donkeys. Please, do something incredible for them right now.
With Post Office Over 50s life cover, enjoy peace of mind knowing your family will receive a guaranteed payout when you're gone. UK resident 50 to 80, you're guaranteed acceptance. No health checks and from just £1.15 a week. Plus free 24/7 GP access with the health and wellbeing benefit. Purchase and receive a £125 gift card for amazon.co.uk, Tesco or M&S. Visit postoffice.co.uk/over50s.
Family life. It's made of ups and downs and those little moments. But should the unthinkable happen to you? Life insurance from Legal & General can help look after monthly bills, the roof over their heads, childcare costs, and most importantly, your family. Because no one protects more families in the UK than us. Premiums start from £5 a month and they never rise. Plus there's a £100 gift card after you apply. Legal & General. Ensure life goes on.
It feels good knowing that your future's in hand. Evlo can offer you a loan from £1,000 to £15,000, whether it's for home improvements or for some of life's big moments. Evlo looks beyond your credit score and always takes a case-by-case approach. Visit evlo.co.uk to get your conditional decision in minutes.
Welcome back. You're watching the NDTV World Report. Now, time for some business stories where the race to buy TikTok is heating up as the April 5th deadline approaches. Amazon has submitted a last-minute bid while a separate consortium led by OnlyFans founder Tim Stokely has also entered the competition. US officials remain concerned about TikTok's Chinese ties despite denials from ByteDance. If a deal isn't struck by Friday, the popular short video platform could face a US ban. Amazon shares rose 2% following news of its bid. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has jumped onto the Studio Ghibli style trend, sharing an anime-style image of himself as an Indian cricketer. The post has divided the internet. Some fans embraced the creative spin, while others speculated on its timing, linking it to Altman's comments on India's growing AI market. Amazon is taking its internet ambitions to space with plans to launch the first 27 satellites of its Project Kuiper network on April 9th. The mission, set to lift off from Florida's Cape Canaveral, will be Amazon's answer to SpaceX's Starlink, aiming to deploy over 3,000 satellites for global high-speed internet. The $10 billion project has been in development since 2019, with extensive ground testing ahead of this critical first launch. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is reportedly lobbying President Donald Trump to settle an antitrust case ahead of an April 14th Federal Trade Commission trial. The FTC is pushing to unwind Meta's acquisitions of WhatsApp and Instagram as part of a broader crackdown on big tech. While Meta insists it meets with policymakers regularly, the case remains a major test of Trump's stance on tech regulation after he recently dismissed two Democratic FTC commissioners. Indian pharmaceutical stocks soared as much as 15% after President Trump's new tariff list left the sector untouched. Gland Pharma led a surge, climbing 15%, while Aurobindo Pharma, Dr. Reddy's and DB's Laboratories rose about 5% and 8%. The Nifty Pharma Index gained 4.5% in early trading, marking its biggest single-day jump since September 2020. The exemption has fueled investor confidence in India's pharma exports. The US tech sector took a massive hit after President Donald Trump announced higher than expected reciprocal tariffs impacting manufacturing hubs in China and Taiwan. The Nasdaq tumbled 3.3% and the market value of the magnificent 7 tech giant shrank by approximately $760 billion. Apple shares suffered the most, plunging nearly 7%, while S&P 500 futures dropped 2.7%. European and FTSE futures also fell, signaling global market jitters over the new trade barriers. Listen in to what Trump said.
I think you're going to remember today it's going to be a free nation that we're dealing with. We're going to have a very free and beautiful nation. It's going to be Liberation Day in America, and it's going to be a day that hopefully you're going to look back in years to come and you're going to say, you know, he was right. This has turned out to be one of the most important days in the history of our country.
Despite oil and gas imports being exempt from Trump's new tariffs, crude prices have dropped sharply amid fears of a broader trade war. Brent crude futures fell 2.63% to $72.98 per barrel, while the US WTI crude futures slid 2.76% to $69.73. Adding to the pressure, US crude inventories saw an unexpected rise of 6.2 million barrels, defying analyst expectations of a decline. Investors remain cautious about global demand as the trade dispute escalates. Volkswagen has announced an import fee on vehicles affected by President Trump's 25% auto tariffs, which cover $460 billion worth of imports annually. The company has also temporarily halted the rail shipments from Mexico and plans to disclose its new pricing strategy by mid-April. The tariffs aimed at boosting US auto manufacturing are expected to significantly impact European and Asian car makers operating in the American market. Bhuvneshwar Kumar has made IPL history, becoming the joint highest wicket taker among pace bowlers. The milestone came in Royal Challengers Bengaluru's match against Gujarat Titans, where despite his efforts, RCB suffered an 8-wicket loss at home. Bhuvneshwar now stands behind only Yuzvendra Chahal and Piyush Chawla on the all-time IPL wicket takers list. McLaren is making a strong statement in this year's F1 season, winning the first 2 races with Lando Norris in Australia and Oscar Piastri in China. The reigning Constructors' champions are determined to defend their title, but standing in their way is Red Bull's Max Verstappen, who is eyeing his 5th consecutive Drivers' Championship. British tennis star Emma Raducanu has withdrawn from Great Britain's Billie Jean King Cup squad, citing the need to look after her body. The 22-year-old, now back in the world's top 50, has played 7 tournaments this year, including a strong Miami Open run. Her team calls it a difficult decision, but has said that she needs to manage her schedule carefully. Usher set the stage on fire during his sold-out London residency, bringing supermodel Naomi Campbell on stage for the second night in a row. Campbell strutted the stage during Usher's performance of Bad Girl from his iconic 2004 album Confessions. The R&B legend is playing 10 back-to-back shows at London's O2 Arena as part of his Usher Past, Present, Future tour before heading to Paris for the next leg. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey are back for The Last of Us Season 2. And this time, the stakes are even higher. Pascal has said that his character Joel is trapped in a stubborn paralysis as he grapples with past choices and the fear of losing Ellie. Meanwhile, Ramsey takes center stage performing intense action scenes as Ellie embarks on a revenge-fueled journey based on The Last of Us Part 2 video game. The new season introduces fresh faces including Isabella Merced and young Mazzino. The highly anticipated season premieres on April 13th, exclusively on Max. Listen in to what the actors say about their proudest moments.
Yeah, there's times I've never had this experience before where I thought my body was just gonna like cave in. It's a feeling of like an instability in your body. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I think there was so many times during shooting where I would feel proud at the end of the day that I like even, especially when it was a stunt day with all of this exhaustion. Some of the later episodes, there's quite a lot of physical work and just had no idea how I do it. And then you just do, like you kind of just do, don't you? And then pay the price.
The cast of Alex Garland's war drama Warfare shared how intense training and real-time storytelling helped them form a deep brotherhood on set. Actors Dee Farrow, Boone Atai, Will Poulter, Kit Corner and Cosmo Jarvis attended a special screening in London where they recalled their 3-week boot camp and even giving each other army-style haircuts on day one. The film, co-directed by Garland and Iraq war veteran Ray Mendoza, is based on real events from 2006 Iraq and unfolds in real time. It's time for us to take a short break. Lots more coming up on the other side.
This poor creature is a lion trapped in a cold, bare cage, alone. Terribly malnourished, just skin and bone. How can anyone simply leave a lion to rot and die? Right now, there are thousands of big cats suffering the same torment, languishing in cruel cages, neglected, abandoned, left to die. Will you help Four Paws free big cats suffering around the world right now? Please call 0800 035 7798, text RESCUE to 70544, or go online and give just £3 a month. Help Four Paws cut the bars and rescue these cats from their prisons. Help us take them to our sanctuaries where they can begin to recover. You'll be setting big cats free from pain and protecting them from cruelty, letting them see the blue sky above and breathe the clean, fresh air of freedom for the first time. But they are the lucky ones. Please call 0800 035 7798, text RESCUE to 70544 to give £3 a month via your mobile phone. Because if no one cuts the bars and frees these big cats, they will die trapped and alone.
We know travel can be confusing. That's why I use travelup.com. Compare and book over 100 airlines and thousands of hotels. And while you're away, TravelUp has you covered. Get flight updates on delays and cancellations in a way that suits you. TravelUp provides this for over 100 airlines, so there's no need to have multiple travel apps on your phone. Book now on travelup.com or call 0207 580 5000. TravelUp. Flights, hotels, holidays.
Save up to £468 on your car insurance. He's just used Confused. JustUsedConfused.com.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news, is here.
पर भाजपा सरकार कब्जा कर लेगी। आखिर क्यों? लेकिन ये लोग भूल गए नरेंद्र मोदी किसी और मिट्टी के बने हुए हैं। आपके विरोध से वो डरने वाले नहीं थे। आप चाहे जितना भी विरोध करते, वो मजबूती के साथ एक आम गरीब मुसलमान, एक दलित, एक पिछड़ी महिला, एक अनाथ महिला, एक तलाकशुदा महिला, अनाथ बच्चों के साथ खड़े होने वाले थे और इसीलिए वो मजबूती से विधेयक लेकर के आए। अध्यक्ष महोदय, ये चर्चा कर रहे थे वक्फ बाई यूजर के। क्या होता है वक्फ बाई यूजर? हजरत मोहम्मद साहब ने क्या कहा था? आपके पास अपनी कोई संपत्ति हो तो दूसरों को भले के लिए दान करो। हदीसों ने क्या लिखा था? यदि किसी व्यक्ति के पास अपनी संपत्ति है, उस संपत्ति का एक हिस्सा वो दान कर सकता है, उसके लिए मुतवल्ली बना सकता है, उसके आय के साधन कैसे होंगे लिख सकता है, आय से होने वाली आय किस वर्ग के उपयोग में आएगी उसके भी निर्देश दे सकता है। व्हाट इज दिस वक्फ बाय यूजर? किसने आपको संपत्ति दी? किसने आपको संपत्ति दान की? किसके मन में मनसा थी कि अल्लाह को दे दिया जाए? एक भी आदमी ने वक्फ बाय यूजर की संपत्ति वक्फ के अधिनियम के तहत नहीं दी। जैसे फिल्मों में गुंडे हुआ करते थे, जिस औरत पर हाथ रख दी वो औरत उनकी हो गई। इसी प्रकार से इन वक्फ बोर्डों ने भू माफियाओं की तरह काम किया। जिस जमीन पर हाथ रख दिया इन्होंने, वो जमीन उनकी हो गई। आज इस मानसिकता से ये काम करते हैं। जमीनों पर मैं कानून लेकर के आया हूँ। अध्यक्ष महोदय, इसी सदन में माननीय सदस्य झूठ बोल रहे थे, असत्य बोल रहे थे। 1995 का यह एक्ट है, धारा 40। द बोर्ड में इटसेल्फ कलेक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन। बोर्ड स्वतः इस बात की सूचना इकट्ठी कर सकता है यदि उसे इसका कोई कारण महसूस होता है कि यह वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टी है। आगे क्या करेगा? एंड इट एनी क्वेश्चन अराइजेस वेदर ए पर्टिकुलर प्रॉपर्टी इज ए वक्फ प्रॉपर्टी और नॉट, whether a waqf is a Sunni or Sikh board. After making such inquiry as is deemed fit, decides the question. संपत्ति पर हाथ रख दो, किसी भी संपत्ति को वक्फ बोर्ड की संपत्ति कह दो और वक्फ बोर्ड खुद ही तय कर लेगा कि वो संपत्ति वक्फ की है कि नहीं है। और जिस बेचारे की संपत्ति ले ली जाएगी उसको पता ही नहीं चलेगा। और अगला वाक्य क्या है? The decision of the board on the question under section 1 shall, unless revoked by tribunal, shall be final. ट्रिब्यूनल ने अगर उस निर्णय को बदला नहीं तो वह डिसीजन फाइनल होगा। और उसी एक्ट का दूसरा हिस्सा है अध्यक्ष महोदय, नो अपील शैल लाई अगेंस्ट एनी डिसीजन और ऑर्डर वेदर इंटरिम और अदरवाइज गिवन आर मेड बाय ट्रिब्यूनल। ट्रिब्यूनल के द्वारा कोई भी आदेश जो दिया गया होगा उसके खिलाफ किसी प्रकार की अपील नहीं होगी। एक अपार्टमेंट में कोई परिवार चला जाए, किराए पर मकान ले ले, और ऐसी घटना हुई है अपार्टमेंट में, किराए पर मकान ले ले, अपने 4 मित्रों को बुला ले और नमाज पढ़ ले। 5वें दिन वो कह देगा हमने इस स्थान पर नमाज पढ़ी है, यह वक्फ बाय यूजर है, अब इसे वक्फ घोषित कर दो। और घोषित हो गई। अध्यक्ष महोदय, आपके पास एक बड़ी जमीन है, खाली पड़ी है, बगल में कुछ मुस्लिम परिवार रहते हैं, उन्हें नमाज पढ़ने के लिए कहीं जाना होता है, वो उस जमीन पर नमाज पढ़ ले। आप हिंदू हैं, आप मना नहीं करते। 5 दिन 7 दिन नमाज पढ़ने के बाद वो लिख के दे देंगे कि हम लोग इस जमीन पर नमाज पढ़ते थे, अब यह वक्फ बाय यूजर हो गई, अब इस जमीन पर किसी का कोई अधिकार नहीं रहेगा। माननीय संसदीय कार्य मंत्री उल्लेख कर रहे थे उस घटना का, तमिलनाडु की घटना का उल्लेख कर रहे थे। क्या हुआ तमिलनाडु में? एक रामचंद्रन नाम का आदमी अध्यक्ष महोदय, वह व्यक्ति अपनी लड़की की शादी के लिए अपनी जमीन बेचना चाहता था। वह जमीन बेचने के लिए जब रजिस्ट्रार के घर गया, ऑफिस में गया, तो पता चला कि वह जमीन उसके नाम पर ही नहीं है। वो जमीन वक्फ को दे दी गई। जब हल्ला मचा, गांव के लोग रजिस्ट्रार ऑफिस में गए तो पता चला कि उन दोनों गांवों की सारी जमीन वक्फ को दे दी गई। 1500 साल पुराना मंदिर भी वक्फ के हवाले कर दिया गया। यह होता है इन लोगों का वक्फ बाय यूजर, अध्यक्ष महोदय। और आश्चर्य होता है, इन्हें बैठाया जाए अध्यक्ष महोदय, आश्चर्य होता है। मैं भी जेपीसी का मेंबर हूँ, ये भी जेपीसी के मेंबर हैं, ये गवाह है इस बात के। मैं लगातार जेपीसी में जितने भी विटनेस आते रहे, इनके बड़े बड़े धार्मिक मतावलंबी, मैं उनसे कुरान को कोट करके कहता रहा। मैं कुरान पढ़ता हूँ, कोई बुराई नहीं है किसी धर्म को पढ़ने में। मैंने कुरान को कोट करके कहा कि मौलवी साहब ये तो बताओ कि इस कुरान में या किस हदीथ में यह लिखा है कि अगर हमने कोई संपत्ति दान नहीं की तो तुम उसको वक्फ बाय यूजर मालिकाना मान लोगे। किसी के पास एक भी मेरे सवाल का जवाब नहीं दिया। इन लोगों ने क्या किया मालूम है? वो जो ओवैसी साहब वहाँ बैठते हैं ना, उन्होंने मेरा नाम रख दिया मौलाना डॉक्टर राधा मोहन अग्रवाल। अब इससे बड़ी मेरी जीत क्या हो सकती है? मैंने इनसे पूछा, इस बात पर बहस होती है कि डीड लिखित गया या नहीं। मैंने इनसे कहा, जब हजरत मोहम्मद साहब ने अपने आयतों में लिखा है, 3 आयतें हैं, 4, आप चाहिएगा तो मैं पेश करूँगा। 4 आयतें हैं जहाँ हजरत मोहम्मद साहब कहते हैं, एक भी पैसा अगर किसी को दो तो उसको लिखो, उसका उदाहरण दो, उसका विटनेस बनाओ, ताकि ताकीद रहे कि कल तुम्हारे देने को कोई चुनौती न दे पाए। एक भी पैसा दो तो लिखित दो। और तुम कहते हो कि तुम्हारे पास ये सारी संपत्तियां हैं जिसका कोई लिखित रिकॉर्ड नहीं है, फिर भी वक्फ है। मेरे एक भी सवाल का जवाब, मैं उस कमेटी की बातों को बोलता नहीं, लेकिन चूंकि इन्होंने कमेटी का उल्लेख कर दिया इसलिए मैं इन्हें एक्सपोज कर रहा हूं। मेरे एक भी प्रश्न का जवाब ये लोग नहीं दे पाए। खाली मुझे कहते थे कुरान पढ़ते हैं मौलाना है, कुरान पढ़ते हैं मौलाना है। अरे कुरान मैं पढ़ता हूं, तुम तो मुसलमान हो, बचपन से पढ़ते हो ना। मैं पढ़ूं और बताऊं कुरान में क्या लिखा है? मार हो जाएगी, मार। ये हिंदू की भलमनसाहत है जो कुरान पढ़ के तुम्हें बताता नहीं है। अध्यक्ष महोदय दूसरी चीज, अध्यक्ष महोदय दूसरी चीज, सरकार इनकी थी, इन्होंने वक्फ को अभय दान दे दिया। और क्या नारा दिया? जो जमीन सरकारी है वो जमीन हमारी है। सरकारी संपत्तियों पर कब्जा करने का ऐतिहासिक इन्होंने कर्म काहे किया है। उत्तर प्रदेश की 74% वक्फ की संपत्तियां सरकारी जमीन पर कब्जा करके बनी है। तेलंगाना में 50% की संपत्तियां सरकारी जमीन पर कब्जा करके बनी है। पूरा अभयदान इनको मिला था अध्यक्ष महोदय, और उसका फल क्या हुआ? 2006 में सच्चर कमेटी की रिपोर्ट आई। सच्चर कमेटी ने कहा 4,50,000 संपत्ति है और 6 लाख एकड़ जमीन है। आज 2024 में 8,72,000 संपत्ति है और 37,94,000 एकड़ जमीन है। 2006 से 2023 6 लाख एकड़ से बढ़ करके 37,94,000 एकड़ जमीन इनकी हो गई। इन्हें बताना तो पड़ेगा सभापति महोदय कि आखिर 31 लाख अतिरिक्त जमीन इन्होंने पाई से कहां से है। इन्हें उसका उदाहरण देना पड़ेगा। अध्यक्ष महोदय, जितना ये कांग्रेस के पहले वक्ता रहे हैं, जितना समय ये बोले हैं, मैं भी उतना ही समय बोलने वाला हूं। यह मेरा अधिकार है।
Showdown in the Rajya Sabha today. After that showdown over that debate that lasted 12 hours and the Waqf bill that was cleared in the Lok Sabha, now this is the lower house that had witnessed that 12-hour debate, after which the bill was passed with 288 in its favor against 232, and now the bill is being tabled in the Rajya Sabha. The BJP chief there, speaking of the legislation in the Rajya Sabha, the bill seeks to improve the administration of Waqf properties, introduce technology-driven management, address complexities, as well as ensure transparency. With that, we're slipping into a short break. Back with a whole lot more. Stay with us.
Last year, over 87% of our players won a prize with People's Postcode Lottery.
No! Yes!
And with a share of £15.6 million to be won in the May draws, you could be next.
I've just won the Postcode Lottery. Twice.
For the chance to win, sign up before midnight on the 30th of April.
Oh my God!
With a share of £15.6 million to be won, the next lucky winner could be you.
Whoa!
Is your door in the draw?
It feels good knowing that your future's in hand. Evlo can offer you a loan from £1,000 to £15,000. Get your conditional decision in minutes.
Visit bingoaliens.com/bingo for a cosmic range of bingo games, taking bingo to another dimension at bingoaliens.com/bingo.
Get that lucky cow feeling with luckycowbingo.com/bingo, the site that's bursting with beautiful bingo games. That's luckycowbingo.com/bingo.
The Sharps half-price spring sale is now on. Get Sharps bespoke fitted furniture for every room, from bedrooms to home offices and living spaces.